Alright, good morning everybody. It's Mike from PC Classic Cars. Today we are in the 1965 Chevrolet C10 short wheelbase pickup. Might warm up here a little bit. Alright, here we go. Alright, so here we have a 1965 Chevrolet C10. It has a 250 inline six with a 3-speed manual transmission. And it's a really good driving truck. It drives like a stock 65 C10 should drive like. The 250 is really strong. They're not crazy horsepower by any means, but it runs well. This one does have the dual Weber carburetor set up on it with no issues. Warms up good, and it drives really nice. We're cruising at 55 miles an hour right now. The 3-speed shifts up and down through the gears like it should, goes into reverse like it should as well. It is manual steering, but an easy truck to drive. And it does have the CPP front disc brake conversion on it, so it stops better than most of these. It actually stops really well for being a pickup like this. Cosmetically, the truck's a little bit older. I don't know when it was reshot. There's a few small flaws in the paint, but overall it shines really nice, has a really good look to it, just some smaller little flaws. And then same thing with the interior. It has a really nice carpet in it. Seat cover's nice. There is one small little spot in the seat cover right there. There's like a little torn spot. But the rest of the inside's nice. The visors look good. The cab's all painted to match. The gauges are really easy to see. There's not a whole lot of gauges. You have your speedometer, your fuel gauge, then you have a aftermarket oil pressure gauge underneath the dash. It does have an aftermarket stereo, which works. Really the only two items not working on this one is the little tag light above the license plate in the back. The little light's not working. And then your washer sprayer fluids for the wipers don't work, but the wipers themselves do work. Just a really good, again, stock style driving short wheelbase pickup. Has a nice wood bed kit in the back, which looks really clean. And then the two-tone blue and white's always a good combo on these. The dual Weber carburetor is a really cool upgrade on this. Usually you just get a single carb, but this one's got the dual Webers, which are nice. You also have a header into like a single muffler, which sounds really good. It's nothing too loud. You can hear the exhaust going down the road. But you're sitting in here with two people. You can definitely have a conversation where it's not very loud. It's not like it's a Flowmaster or anything crazy like that. Has this really nice wood grain steering wheel on the inside. Horns hooked up and works like it should. For being a 3-speed, it's a really easy truck to shift. There's 50, 55, 60. 65 is about where this truck is comfortable. They weren't really designed to be 80-mile-an-hour pickups when they were new. Obviously, it will do that, but it'll be putting a lot of stress on the driveline. Again, we're right at 65 miles an hour right now, and it still is comfortable there. But I really wouldn't probably want to push this truck any further than that. But it drives really straight, doesn't road walk, doesn't have any weird vibrations. Underside is clean. Like a lot of these, they get the inner rockers and the floor braces have been redone. Whoever did it did a nice job. Didn't find any current rust issues on the bottom side. It's good, clean, solid pickup. And it is a true short bed. Nothing's been cut. If I was personally going to keep this truck, adding under dash AC is really easy to do. There's plenty of room. Air conditioning is always a nice bonus. Driving this truck in the spring or in the fall when it's not too hot would be fine without air, but here in the middle of summer in Texas, it's definitely warm. They make kits for these if someone wanted to add AC, but that's just kind of to each their own. I always like adding AC to all my personal stuff. Downshift a second here. Take it down our bumpy road. People are always interested to see when you're going down the road, when you got cameras all over your vehicles. People think you're like the Google Earth guys driving around. It does look a little silly with the 3D, or excuse me, the 360-degree camera mounted to the front of these. Does look like a interesting setup going down the road. People give you some looks. As far as suspension goes, it's all stock style suspension. Nothing looks like it's been modified. It all performs really well. Like I usually say, if they kind of beat you to death, I'll let you know. But this one's a good cruising truck. Suspension feels stock. Doesn't have any weird sounds, any rattles. All your glass is nice. The side windows roll up and down like they should. The vent glass opens and closes like it should. Windshield's really nice. A couple tiny little nicks, but no stone chips, no wiper marks. The glass is actually in really nice shape in this pickup. Downshift a second again. The way that these 3-speeds are set up, you can downshift while moving from 3 to 2, but you have to be almost going like a mile an hour or less to downshift to first, otherwise it will grind a little bit. That's just how these are set up. Try and get off this gravel here without spinning out. There we go. It's always funny when people come into the shop and they want to test drive a vehicle, and they tell me they can drive a standard, but they've never driven a 3-speed on the column. It's definitely an interesting thing if you've never driven one. Once you've done it once, they're really easy to do, but it is always interesting to kind of feel out where the gears are at. Usually on 3-speeds, reverse is going to be 2U and up. And then as far as the 3-speed pattern goes, if you're in neutral, it's just in the middle here, just like having a 4-speed or a 3-speed on the floor. Neutral, you're going to have that little open area in the middle of the shift pattern. And then if you pull it towards you and down, that'll be first. And then go back up to neutral, and then go up and out will be second, and then straight down after that will be third. Right here. Last couple turns, and we'll head back to the shop. There's our downshift a second again. And then again, we'll have to come to almost a stop to downshift to first without it grinding. As always, I appreciate you guys stopping in to watch another one of the test drive videos. If there's ever anything else you want to see, don't hesitate to leave a comment on the YouTube channel. You can call or text me directly at 903-820-1019. Check us out at pcclassiccars.com, or you can find us on all of the social platforms. We are going to be on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and the handle is going to be PC Classic Cars. We will see you guys on the next test drive video. Thanks again for watching.